I'm Felicia Day, and I'm here to talk about my book, You're Never Weird on the Internet, almost.
And I'm Jonathan Dornbush from Entertainment Weekly. And today we're going to be playing Mario Kart. You ready?
Oh yeah, I'm playing Toad. I'm always ready. Are you an expert in those?
I don't like to brag.
You're a ringer, aren't you?
I'm not bad. I'm not bad.
Wow, you're... Why are you... Okay, you are an expert. You got the boost.
It's the boost at the beginning.
No, I always miss the boost.
But ostensibly, other than Heroes of the Storm, we're also here to talk about your new book.
Yes.
You're Never Weird on the Internet, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Which I love the title. I have to ask, very important to me, how many day puns were you pitched to go with for the title?
Day tripper?
Okay.
No, nobody pitched those. In fact, that was, I actually thought of that title way early, and then we were like, no, it's too long. So then we spent 3 months trying to think of something else, and then came back to that one because it is quite good, actually.
But so beyond the title of the book, what made you want to sort of write it now? Because obviously you've had you've done so many roles in your career and so many things that I've loved, whether it's Buffy or Supernatural. I mean,
you're literally on. I'm sorry, but can we just talk about how you're you're in first place, and you're like sailing. You're talking. You're not even. I don't believe you really are an expert. This is.
It's the first map. I've played it once or twice.
Okay. I decided to write a book because, yes, I'm pretty young for a memoir. I'd like to think, or at least in my mind I am. And but I've been going around the world, the last couple of years, doing speeches. People keep inviting me to tell them, how did you do this? How did you make this digital career from nothing out of the box before anybody else was doing it? So I thought once I started giving enough speeches and kind of had an outline for what I seemed to think people responded to, I was like, well, I guess I could enshrine this somewhere in a book. And I've always wanted to be an author, so it's kind of a bucket list thing for me to be able to do.
I may have done okay. I think I was watching.
You're a savant. I think you have somebody playing behind you. There's somebody behind you.
I'm actually, no. But and also with the book, you have a book tour coming up.
I do.
How is that? Are you nervous at all, just because everyone's going to now have this look into your life?
I mean,
is that gonna be weird?
People have been linking the book a lot, and the idea that it's kind of like a little bit like people poking through your underwear, but in a good way. In that I put it down. Yeah, I'm like, okay, go in my underwear. I'm a little nervous, but I want you there. I'm just kidding. That was weird. Don't know what that meant.
It's professional
underwear browsing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a industry, I think.
It's really
probably.
Definitely, there is a website for that.
Also, I think it's really cool because you've been a part of so many great fandoms, whether it's Dr. Horrible or Buffy or the Guild, obviously. How has it been seeing them in the lead up to your book? Have you seen a lot of interest from all those groups? Has it been...
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what I love about what I do and the kind of projects I choose to do. Like, I turn down a lot of projects as an actor because, and one of the primary reasons I do is that, it's a show that might be fun to act on and that would be a good job to support myself, but it doesn't have a family. And the great thing about the families is that you are always part of the family, whether you survive or not. You're part of the family. This is a hard one because there's a lot of pits.
So you're trying to make it more difficult for me?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see how it goes then.
I mean, you're a savant.
I wouldn't go that far.
Hey, come do an interview and let me kick your ass. Like, that's essentially what's happening.
Is that
here.
what we wrote in the email? I don't.
This is the subtext that everyone should know from
in
now
the
on.
emails from all future human plays. So anyway, so Supernatural. So Charlie, what was it like joining a show that's been on for so long? But obviously, it's such a close-knit family.
It was season 7 when I joined, and it was actually the month that I was launching my company.
Okay.
So it was not an opportune time, but I've always been a fan of that show, and wanted to be on it, and I was like, well, this show is probably going off the air. You better get in while you can. And I read the script. It was so beautifully written by Robbie Thompson, one of the writers on staff, who has written almost every single one of my episodes except for the last one.
Oh.
And, she was a geeky girl, but that didn't define her. She was and her emotional journey was important to the show, and that's where I think a lot of female characters kind of fall short, is that, they're tangential. They don't have a lot of agency when it comes to the overall story arc. And I think Charlie really did share a lot of vulnerability and emotion and kind of created a family with the guys in a really wonderful way that I was blessed to be a part of. So no matter what, it was an amazing time. I mean, I was only supposed to do one episode, so four seasons is pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad. And so, who can we send letters to have Charlie revived? How can we make that happen?
I mean, listen, writers need to do what they need to do for the story, the best of the story, and of course, if they call me, I would love to come back. And if not, I am working on my own projects, my own pilot I'm writing, and all sorts of other things. Hopefully, get them going too. Well, thank you for beating me so formidably in Mario Kart. It was a trouncing, I would say.
Well, it was nice of you to actually answer the questions. You could have paid attention to the races more and just ignored my questions.
Thanks for crushing my spirit.
Happy to do it anytime.